Welcome to Sodo Creations, where we make your imagination a reality. Last Sunday, you guys saw me design this balloon rainbow. Today, I'm going to show you another design for St. Patrick's Day. So I am starting with the shimmer wall. You've seen a few designs on my channel for the shimmer wall. Today, I'm going to use a smaller version just to show you that you can create something nice with if you have a smaller space, you can still have a beautiful backdrop. So I'm putting together the shimmer wall. I've seen in a few of the comments that you asked me how many pieces I used. Today I'm going to create a 7 by 3 foot backdrop. So 7 by 3, each of these panels are 12 feet. So I'm putting 7 going upwards and 3 to the right, so then I have my 7 by 3. So I'm using 21 pieces total. Once all this is assembled, as you can see, I assemble on the back side so that it's easy for me to attach my backdrop and then raise it up. I'm using the poles from Walmart, from the lamp stands. I'm not sure how much these are anymore, but when I purchased these, it's been a few years. They were $9.99. I think I saw in a group that they are now about $13. But when I buy them, I just take out the top part and all the electrical part out of it, and then I'm able to use this. The good thing is it's weighted on the bottom, so it helps for your designs. I wouldn't recommend for outdoor use because it's not weighted enough and they're a little thin. But the good thing is the poles come in pieces, and so you can create different heights as you want. I'm using zip ties to attach them here to my backdrop. Once I have it all attached, then I lift it all up. You can see that the top is a little flimsy because someone accidentally twisted the metal on the inside wrong, and so it's not straight. So you'll see me add this piece which is tilted a little to the right, but I did that so I can attach my zip tie to the very top to secure that top part of the shimmer wall in place. Now that we're all done with the base of our backdrop, we're going to start working on the balloons. I have pre-inflated balloons from another event, so I'm repurposing it just to show you guys this design. So again, you can combine this particular design with the one I did last time. Similar theme, you can make that all one big thing. You can add that balloon rainbow to this at the top, on the side, and that would just create your balloon. You can see where my balloons are slightly oxidized, but I'll show you the balloon shine I use at the end to revive the balloons. But I'm gonna use 2 shades of green here. I believe that's the lime green and the green, just a classic green with tough text, but or Qualitex actually. So I'm adding some gold because of the theme, just alternating colors here. Now when I repurpose the balloons, you can see that my 5-inch balloons, I have to readjust placement, and that's why I don't recommend. If you have time, don't pre-assemble your garland. Do that at the venue, especially for those 5-inch clusters. So trying to design, standing back, figuring out how exactly I want this to look. I'm going to take my 260 balloon and attach to the shimmer wall so I can attach my balloon garland onto that. I'm not attaching where the pole is because it has a grid. I'm able to slide that through the grid and just tie. I'm moving that over because I want my balloons to extend as though they're going on the balloon and coming out from the other side. So tying another 260 at the top so that it looks like it's flowing towards the back and going upwards. We have a couple of smaller clusters here. We're going to use those, attach that to the top section, and our other bigger garland is going to go to the front. Initially, I put it at the front and making adjustments so that my 5 inches are in the right place. Then I realized that since I want it to look as though the balloons are coming from the back to the front on that left side, I'll have to reposition the full cluster. So you see me now taking that off and then tucking in my 260 that I created as a rubber band towards the back so that I can attach it from the back. That's me pulling the loop and creating. That's exactly what I'm going for right there. So you can see now it looks more like the balloons are coming from the back. Now onto our front. I realize this is too tall to be able to put all that again because I'm trying to make it look as though it's coming from the back. So what I did is reposition my gold more towards the right on that piece that is touching my foot, and then once I attach this cluster of balloons, then I'm able to bring that onto my backdrop. So you see the gold here in a little bit. My right leg is covering that, but I'm making adjustments here, one with all the balloons so that I minimize any gaps, but also moving around the 5-inch balloons to make sure everything comes forward. Of course, the more you have, the more organic your backdrop is gonna look. So this is what we have so far. You see the gold on the right side. Initially it was all a straight garland, but good thing is with the balloons, even though your necks are tied, you can still readjust your garland. So I moved that gold to the right and that lowered the length of my garland. So I'm going to the back here to make attachment. Attach this piece also on the side, but also like I said, I don't want it to look as though it's going up and then right. So I'm gonna attach that lime green at the very top shortly, closer to the shimmer wall, so that it again looks like it's going in and moving around. So these are large balloons. I'm using 11 inches, 18 inches, and 5 inches for this design. Mainly those are the 3 sizes you need to create most balloon backdrops. Some people like buying the 24-inch, but I find them a little too big. So this is where I'm talking about the neon is too far out. I'm wanting it to come in so that again it looks like it's coming in and flowing through the back and coming back out. So I'm gonna use a rubber band or 260 to just tie that onto my shimmer wall right there. So with this you can create different colors, different design, different scheme, and you can add color backdrop, not the backdrop, sorry, you can add your wording like happy birthday. You can add different things to the shimmer wall, but again you would have to make sure that the backdrop is nice and secure from the back with your poles. Now adding our shamrocks, we are going to stick with the theme. So just using a 260, rolling that on the end and tying a knot and creating a loop so that we can attach that onto our backdrop. With this you have to make adjustments, see where your placement looks best and go from there. Now I'm adding a second one. I was gonna put 2, then the 2 stars, but we'll see how things go. If this is your first time tuning in, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos, and please check out the other videos we have on this channel. We really appreciate your support in subscribing and liking the video. With our stars, there are 2-star designs that I usually purchase. This one placement here not the best, so I decide to put it towards the top. I like the other one that comes in 4 pieces, that is harder to assemble but easier with placement. This one comes as a 1 piece and you just pretty much just put it, but it doesn't look as nice in different places, so you just have to figure out where it would look best and put that on there. So this is the final look. I'm going to add 1 more shamrock to that left side just to tie it all together, and this is how it turns out. Let me know what you think in the description box, and also what videos you would like to watch. I like to cater the videos to your liking. I have a very exciting video coming up of how we set up for a full wedding black and white theme. I can't wait for that. We've been planning that for over 6 months now, so stay tuned for that. And thank you guys so much for being here. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead and stay safe. Best of luck. and leave your questions down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Now let's revive our balloons. I am using the decor shine here. I like it for some of the designs. If my balloons are oxidized, yes, I'll use it. But when I inflate the balloons fresh, I don't tend to use them. This shine stays on for weeks and weeks and weeks, does not lose its shine. So another thing is I check my floor. Because it's a quick tutorial, I didn't cover the floor, but normally if you don't, it can get slippery. So just be careful, make sure you cover your space. And that is the final look. See the difference it makes, especially with that dark green. It really stands out now. Thank you guys so much. Have a blessed week.